Hello ladies and gentlemen, Biki here with the Untitled Game Show. It's time to duel! Once again, we're back with more Yu-Gi-Oh! And my opponent beat me in the rock, paper, scissors, so we're gonna have to try to come back because he's gonna go first, I'm gonna go second. We're playing with my Naturia deck so we can have some more fun. As I have listened to you guys, as always, you guys have gotten bored of me only playing with the 6 Samurais, so I felt like it was definitely about time to bring a brand new deck for you guys to experience. And the deck for today is Natrias. These are plant type monsters, instant type monsters, all mixed together to do one awesome little effect that is implemented through Naturia Bamboo, which is a card you see me scrolling through right now. Its effect is once it's face up on the field and tributed summon from a Naturia monsters, my opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. So it's highly useful. And ooh, does that suck? My opponent only got one dice. Damn, you don't see that really. Only one. Crap. During your draw phase, when you draw a normal monster, you can reveal it and draw one more card. Okay, whatever, bro. I'm okay with that. I won't stop you from doing that. Now, one problem I see right now, guys, I don't have any other monsters, except for I just drew one, so I'm okay with that. So, there we go, guys. We got Naturia Dragonfly, a very awesome card, so we will make use of that. And let's see if my opponent's going to try to activate some type of trap right now, because right now, even though it's my turn, I can't go because my opponent has to decide if he wants to activate one of his back row cards. I don't know what their back row cards are, so when you see that happening with the little dots, that's me waiting for my opponents to activate some type of effect or not activate the effect. So first thing first, we're going to activate Pot of Duality. It's going to reveal 3 cards on the top of my deck, and I'm going to be able to choose one card to add to my hand, and we'll see which card I want to add to my hand. But as you guys see, the timer stopped at 4 minutes and 58 seconds, so I have to wait for my opponent to react to that. Any player cannot attack a face-up monster during this turn. So I cannot attack no monsters during this turn. Fine, that's fine with me. We don't need to attack this turn. We just need to set up. And setting up is all I specifically want to do. So with that being in mind, we're not attacking. We're going to go ahead and add... I prefer to have Naturia Cliff to my hand. So we will do, yeah, Naturia Cliff. So Naturia Cliff will add you to my hand. And what does this monster do? When you take damage from an opponent's card, effect, destroy. Oh, when you take damage from opponent's cards, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do inflict damage to your opponent, okay. Okay, whatever. That card's interesting. We're gonna set this card face down. Then we're gonna use Black Hole because F you. The Black Hole is just one of those cards you add to this deck for the lulz. Because why the heck not? So my opponent already set so I cannot actually attack. So with that in mind, we're going to set him face down because Naturia Cliff, if Naturia Cliff get destroyed, it's going to allow me to summon another monster. And my whole entire goal is to get Naturia Bamboo Shoot on the field as fast as possible. So hopefully by the 3rd turn, I will be able to tribute whatever Naturia monster I have on the field and summon up Naturia Bamboo Shoot. Oh, I don't need to use Compulsory right now. Compulsory is a really good card just to return one monster on the field back to their hand. So if my opponent tries to target a monster that I feel valuable enough not to have in the graveyard, I can return it back to my hand. Or if they summon some crazy XYZ or some Synchro or some type of crazy tribute monster and I want to get rid of it, I can do that as well. Oh, he's running the tree as well. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can tribute one face-up monster. One face of Naturia monster, except this card to destroy that monster. Okay. That's fine with me. That is fine with me. So my opponent's going to attack. Now, you obviously know I can stop my opponent from attacking me, but I won't do that. You guys might wonder why won't I stop them from attacking me, because I want the effect to happen. I want Naturia Cliff in the graveyard because it actually helps my Naturia Dragonfly. Dragonfly gets a boost of 200 attack for every Naturia monster in the graveyard. So having a Naturia in the graveyard actually only increases my Naturia Dragonfly's attack once I do bring Dragonfly to the field. So next up, like we just did that, we're actually gonna summon up Naturia Butterfly. Yes, let's see. 336. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Actually, we'll just do another one, Cliff. Doesn't even matter. My opponent doesn't have another Naturia monster in the field, so he can't actually activate the effect of Naturia Horneedle, whatever his damn name is. But because I've never used that Naturia, I was kind of confused for 1 second. So that's why I was trying to decide which monster I wanted to bring out. But it doesn't matter now at all. So now that that's all been taken care of, let's have some fun. We're going to actually sacrifice Naturia Cliff and summon Naturia Bamboo Shoot. And now that Bamboo Shoot is here, my opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. And this is where the lockdown strategy begins. Now, Naturia Bamboo Shoot is not necessarily a very strong card on its own. It only has 2,000 attack and defense. It's a decent amount of attack and defense, so very good. But it could be taken out by a lot of monsters, so you do need to use some traps and spells to defend it. So that's why I have Scrap Iron Scarecrow in the back row right here, guys. So that's going to be a card that's going to really protect my Naturia Bamboo Shoot. And also, compulsory will return all the monsters on my opponent's side that are way too strong for my Naturia Bamboo Shoot to take care of. So now my opponent only has one card in his hand. He's going to draw one. Hopefully it's nothing too strong. If it is, we're going to have to deal with it and return it back to his hand at a moment notice. But we should have some fun. And that was the whole point of this deck. You guys wanted to see something different, something more interesting, because Samurais are so damn quick. I attack with Samurais, and you know, I could summon 3 to 4 monsters in 1 turn with Samurais. This deck, you could do the same thing, but mostly it's really a long, drawn-out strategy. And as you could clearly see, my opponent just set down a bunch of those traps and spells. And as I already know that he can't use those, this is going to make this even so much more fun, because now my opponent is basically trapped with nothing he could possibly do. So next up, guys, we're going to summon this card right here. It's called Twilight Rose Knight. So this is an awesome little card right here. It's not necessity for this deck, but I found it extremely useful. So I'm just going to let you guys know its ability while I go into my battle phase. What it does is that it makes your opponent actually can't select a plant type monster for attack. And hold on, let me just attack. And when I normal summon it, I could special summon a plant type monster, a level 1 or 4 plant type monster from my hand. But I don't have any plant type monsters in my hand. I only have insect type monsters, so I wasn't able to use that ability. But I really like it for the fact that it makes me have like an extra guard for my Naturia Bamboo Shoot, and it's actually a tuner monster as well. So it's a warrior tuner, so it really works well for this deck. And because this deck is not based around only having plants alone, most of the monsters in the deck are plant type, but not every monster. So it's a really good mixed bag, and I really do enjoy that. So my opponent is locked down of using any of their trap or spell cards. Only thing they can use right now is monster cards. So I'm not sure if my opponent is going to be lucky enough to draw a good monster. And even if they are lucky enough to draw a good monster, without that monster having a really good effect of being able to like destroy some cards on my field or something like that, or negate Bamboo's effect, the Tree of Bamboos, I think I'm going to be perfectly fine, because I will be able to win because my opponent quit. So I didn't expect that, but yeah, It's another victory. I guess it's similar to my 6 Samurais. I guess this always happens, man. I love decks that prevents my opponents to use traps and spells, so my opponents just say like, I'm done, I quit. Oh, look at that, Tour Guide of the Underworld. Absolutely awesome card. That's one of the best cards I've gotten as a reward. I actually can use that in a deck. I have Wind Up Xenamirs, so I actually could use this with Wind Up Xenamirs. Alright guys, Biki here with the Untitled Game Show. Before we leave out of here, guys, just as a little celebration, let's go ahead and open up some packs. We have 6,000 Yu-Gi-Oh points. 6,000 to spend. So let's see what we get. Let's see if we get anything that I like. Oh, Mystic Sword, level 4. I like those cards. Oh, let's see. Right now, specifically, I'm looking for Water Monsters for a Yumi deck. That's what I want the most, because that's the next deck I want to put together and have available for you guys. I was thinking about doing an Exodia deck, but I'm like, it's so boring. Goblin, Attack Force, interesting cards that a lot of people use. I've stepped away from it because I just don't like the fact that it goes into defense after you attack. Cursed Frog, I have that right now. It's a plant type monster, which makes it very interesting. I'm thinking about adding it to my Naturia deck, but I really almost feel like I don't need it, because the effect of Cursed Frog I can actually do with a lot of other cards for a lot easier price. So just saying. Prairie King, I use that card a lot with my Nutrias. I didn't get a chance to use any XYZs in this specific pack, but there we go, guys. Those are all the cards I got right there. I still got over 16,000 Yu-Gi-Oh points left over, so there's a lot of other stuff I could buy right now. But that's it for now, guys. Biki here with the Untitled Game Show. I'll be back with more Yu-Gi-Oh duels every single day. Peace out, guys.